can they know? Can I actually pick these up? I can't. That guy just got shot with a missile and staggered!
Rocket launcher!
That didn't help him all that much. Well, it looks like I can pick up the shrapnel, but it just auto does it. Yeah, so I'm getting healed. Oh shit, I blew up the wall. That's kinda neat. That's kinda neat. You know, dude. This is kinda neat. Way more Castle Wolfenstein,
Mr. Blaskovich! Let me off on that roof! I will go inside the garage and open the gates!
Oh, that roof, okay. Defend the escape. Okay. It's gonna be somewhat difficult, but we can do it.
Hey! I'm opening the gates, Mr. Blaskovich! Protect them, Mr. Blaskovich! Not the truck! Take that vehicle, but wait for us! We will lead the way! Here they come! Come this way, quickly!
so many of them. Damn, that would have been really hard on hard mode. Damn, this would have been like the perfect place to hide some.
What is he doing? Come here! We're living now!
I just needed the secret that was held here, guys. Calm your shit. Alright.
No one leaves my cat.
Hate to make compliments, but I might have underestimated the usefulness of your ape-like physique, Mr. Blazkowicz.
Doubt you should. Tell me, what is it?
Das Yichud is an ancient, mystical society. For millennia, we have operated with utmost secrecy up until right now.
What do? Do you pray?
No, Mamale, we don't pray. We invent things, Mamale. The technology developed by Das Yichud is centuries ahead of anything you've ever seen or imagined, and highly dangerous in the wrong hands. The Nazis found our safekeeping. They stole our secrets. They used them to win the war. Everything they have accomplished, everything was built upon our knowledge. But it wasn't our only safekeeping. We have hundreds of them hidden in the secret places of the world. Hundreds, some small and tentative like the ones the Nazis found. Others, great halls of knowledge stacked high, magnificent inventions, things that to you will seem like magic. Now, I can open for you the gates to such a place. Getting there will be a challenge.
What will it take?
Well, the safekeep is hidden deep below the Atlantic Ocean. We will need a U-boat capable of great depths, that's all.
Stealing a goddamn Nazi U-boat? This is what you're proposing? Are you off your head, man?
Juicy strong.
I know how to get a U-boat, but for my plan to work, I need this thing operational. Can you do it?
But I'm a Das Yichud engineer. I can do this in my sleep.
Good. We would need some additional features on it too. I will prepare a specification for you. Blazkowicz, help him out, sir, if you'd be so kind.
What the hell am I gonna do? I'm a big giant ape-like physique man. I can't build this.
Say it good, say it good. Oh, Mr. Blazkowicz, I will need some welding equipment, please.
Sid,
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly you were doing in this organization of yours. Was it some kind of supernatural engineering?
We don't believe in things supernatural, Mama. We believe in God. Yeah, the Das Yichud it's a philosophy. It is a way of understanding God through knowledge. It is based on pure reason, pure rational thought, not supernatural bupkis.
Huh. So everything you have created, what were you planning on using all that stuff for?
Oh, you don't understand, Mamale. There was never any purpose or intent of use beyond the act of creation. We create to commune with God. Do you see that?
You've lost me.
It's like mathematical equations.
Oh, go on, Maidele.
And each solved equation brings you closer to God.
But never intended to be used.
No, the act of creation itself is the intended use.
Oh, Tazui Maidel, there's yes something cooking in that Chinik of hers. Do you appreciate the distinction? Mamala, the safekeep I'm about to reveal to you is not a treasure chamber. It is a deep geological repository, protecting some of our most dangerous creations for the sake of the outside world. The purpose already served. Do you see that?
Whatever helps the cause.
Continue.
London Nautica bombed by terrorists. London, October 16th, 1960. A suicide bomber detonated explosive packs into the trunk of a small car at the entrance of the London Nautica Research Center early yesterday morning, killing dozens of employees working at the facility and injuring hundreds. Officials say it's the first attack they've had in London for years, and it comes just months after the anniversary of the August Uprising, where scores of degenerates tried to cast the upstanding citizens of the city into anarchy and mayhem. Hey, we actually read that one. Or we didn't read that one. I guess they're putting new stuff on the board for me. I should pay attention to that. Regime crosses the Atlantic. Vancouver, January 3rd, 1947. Earlier this week, a German submarine was sunk in the Cobalt Strait just a few miles off the coast of Cape North. Today, hundreds of ships crossed the Atlantic and the first German troops to set foot upon Canadian soil. Now is the time to be brave, said the Prime Minister in an emergency radio broadcast. It's now or never. Our boys at the front line need your support to defend our homeland, to defend our freedom. Ah, shit. Canada. Royal Air Force down but not out. Liverpool, June 25th, 1945. The Royal Air Force suffered a major defeat yesterday at the battle over Liverpool. Though major losses were reported on both sides, the RAF the Royal Air Force were forced to retreat after losing more than two-thirds of their fighters. But even when faced with overwhelming odds, our brave boys in the skies continue to fight for king and country. This fighting spirit may be what constitutes the very essence of Englishness. Us Englishmen, we fight until the very end, said a corner shop owner trying to put out a fire raging inside St. Luke's Church. And I'll be damned if I will let some Jerry come in here and tell us what to do. Was this man channeling the spirit of the Royal Air Force pilot Jameson? Jameson, who was shot down above Liverpool yesterday, burst out of his burning wreckage, his body on fire, and armed only with a pistol, and killed 4 German paratroopers before finally succumbing himself. Even as the enemy stands at our doorstep, the Royal Air Force will go to hell and back to kick them out of England. Jolly good, boys. Could you imagine that? Your fucking plane goes down and you're on fire, but you're still fighting. You jump out, keep shooting. That'd be pretty badass. Extra! Prisoners escape Eisenwald. Hey, we did this too. Berlin, October 13th, 1960. Early morning, a small group of prisoners escaped from Eisenwald prison. Eisenwald prison. The prisoners were described by the police as highly dangerous murderers, rapists, and degenerates. They advised the public to stay alert for people displaying deviant behavior and report anything that may help them track down these individuals. The Reds surrender. Moscow, December 12th, 1946. The cold Russian winter bites hard, but not one could not tell looking at the rosy, smiling faces of the victorious German army and the liberated Russian people. The last battle against the Red Army took place in Izhevsk. I can't pronounce that word. Following the month-long campaign to seize the Russian capital, a campaign which, after numerous setbacks and hundreds of civilian casualties, caused the Russian people to turn against their own army. With nightly bomb raids by the German Air Force on the Red Army's military factories in the Ural region, it was merely a matter of time before the Russian forces would start to lose their morale. The murderous tyrant, Joseph Stalin, is yet to be found, but there are rumors circling that he may have been assassinated by his own men. Triumph in the East. Berlin, April 4th, 1947. It was a devastating defeat for the Red Army when the German flag was raised on the western side of the River Volga this morning. In a statement to a reporter on site, Field Marshal Friedrich Rieder said that the victory is not only thanks to our hard-working and dedicated troops, but also the result of a new weapon that was deployed for the first time in battle. The Panzerhund is a mechanical autonomous beast of war that cannot feel fear and cannot feel remorse. It is the purest form of killing machine, and it will tear the Russians apart, limb by limb. We took her out. Well, actually, she's still alive. But, yeah. We're gonna see her again. That's gonna be scary. Moscow in flames. Stockholm, March 16th, 1945. The Red Army were forced to retreat last night from a Moscow engulfed by flames following a week-long German bomb raid. The barrage of mortar fire heard throughout the night and well into early Thursday morning seems to have obliterated what was left of the inner parts of the city. Yet, as of yet, there has been no word on the whereabouts of either Joseph Stalin or his high command. Finally, the British tyranny comes to an end. London, June 21st, 1948. As if blessed by the sun, the German flag hung high this morning over Buckingham Palace, marked the end of a tyrannical monarchy which has plagued the English people for centuries. Field Marshal Gerald Feigenbaum, who led the British invasion, cautioned the army, our armed resistance is to be expected, but the majority of the British people will soon realize that how they have been fooled by the British government's warmongering leaders. Following the surrender, the whole of the Commonwealth now falls under German rule, and the remaining armies have been ordered to stand down. Charlotte's letter. Read your letter. East London, 4th October, 1948. My dear Bobby, it's Saturday night and the bombs have barely stopped falling when I sit down to write this letter. I'm on the roof of the building where the auxiliary fire service has set up a fire station. I'm drinking a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette, and I can still hear the klaxons ringing in my ear and the whistling sound the bombs make as they fall from the sky. From up here, I can see across London. Even in its ravaged state, it's still so sordidly beautiful, isn't it? Old and rough and grimy, my home and my heart. Thank you for your letters, my love. I can't begin to tell you how much they mean to me. I hope my reluctance to reply has not caused you worries. The reason for this may sound strange, but I don't want to write untruthfully to you. I feared I might upset you with my words. However, the truth is better than nothing at all, wouldn't you agree? So this is the truth. London is burning. Smoke plumes rise from the city, like pillars of the earth, keeping the sky from crashing down. The all-night bombardments have been unrelenting each day. And there has been a renewed struggle to hang on to every thread of hope one can find. How can people go in the face of such remorseless determination, such senseless killing? I don't know, but I'm thankful they do. I'm still covered in soot. I can feel the smoke in my lungs. They said women are not supposed to fight the fires, just manage communications and work in mobile canteen vans and such. But things have changed. An hour ago, I was in Canning Town here in East London, the Catholic school. Do you know it? The school looked like a terrible hit during the recent bomb raid, and they were trying to put out the fire. The fire raged as if the very gates of hell had opened up. I was holding the fire hose together with Susie Tuckfield, and I saw children stumbling out of the rooms covered in blood and ashes. I heard tiny voices crying out from inside the burning school. One of my colleagues, Brittany, went in to save a little girl on the second floor, but she never came out. She was such a sweet girl. During the last month, we have lost 3 of our fellow firefighters, all good friends of mine. But life goes on, as it must. At night, everyone in the neighborhood goes down to a nearby bunker. Old William McKinley has turned into a bar. People down there come down to reinvigorate themselves with drinking and singing. It's quite strange to see the life continuing as if nothing happened while the bombs are falling around us. That's Londoners for you, isn't it? Last night, I dreamt of little Johnny again. We were together on the fairground in Brighton, where we used to go during the summer. Do you remember? I was kneeling down beside him by the edge of the pier, and we looked out at the sea, and you were standing behind me, and it was so blue, Bobby, so blue. A sparkling sapphire. And calm, and no one spoke or worried about the war. I held the palm of my hand against Johnny's cheek. He was eating spun sugar and laughed when a spray of water from the breaking waves hit his face. When I woke up, I could still feel the soft skin of his cheek against my palm, like a phantom sensation. I cried for a long time, Bobby. There's not a day goes by I don't think about him. When you come home, when all this is over and we are together again, I want to move out to the country then, like we've always dreamt we would. Even if we are poor now, we can make it together somehow. I truly believe that. I must go now. I can hear the sirens. I'll post this letter on the way out. Promise to send you more. I miss you so much, Bobby. Come home to me. All my love, Charlotte. You heard someone say, start from scratch, as start from my own scratch. What do you think he's scratching? His ass scratch? I don't know. It depends on who it is saying it. So, yeah, what's being scratched really depends on that, Astral.
Help Set locate any part he might need, okay?
No, don't tell me what to do, lady. Instead, I'm gonna go into your room and... but
still got it, old man.
picked up the light one. Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just my wedding ring. It's gone. I'm always so clumsy. I lost it when we got back. It's not worth much, but it's all I have left of him.
I mean, I can take a look.
Sebastian.
I don't know the value of finding this lady's wedding ring, but we'll take a look.
Someone's been studying up on helicopters.
How do you feel about helicopters, Astral? Astral, are you a helicopter man? I don't want to miss this wedding ring, but at the same time, I don't actually know.
Well, that seems to be in order.
Does indeed. I'm just going back over these areas I've been before, just so I can see the anything I need to click.
Mr. Blazkowicz, can you obtain for me some welding equipment?
I could, but I'm not going to. Mainly because you keep asking. We need a ring and some welding equipment. I don't know why the ring would be back here, but maybe she went crawling around back here for some fucking reason. Who knows? My guess is it's probably in one of the lavatories upstairs. Which is where we are now. I thought there was a ring on the ground, but it's just part of this. Alright. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, interesting.
Jesus Christ, Tekla. Why aren't you asleep?
I try not to sleep. No telling if I'll ever wake up. Let me ask you something. He would not understand. Where do you go when you lose consciousness? Why even bother?
What?
Surprise, surprise. You have a brain. The brain is a biological computational device running an electrochemical process. Your consciousness is an emergent property of said process. Blank face like that of a baby. In other words, you are your electrochemical process. Fundamentally, you have the experience of a continuous existence. You are you at this point in time, the same you as you were in the past. And you have a sensation of riding along this continuum of being you into the future. Do you follow me? Doesn't look like it. Continuing. On occasion, the brain may be subjected to trauma, temporarily discontinuing the electrochemical process, such as a boxer being knocked out. As this occurs, the brain is no longer running its electrochemical consciousness-generating process. Hence, consciousness is lost. You lose consciousness. Pay attention now. At this point in time, your consciousness, all that is you, your continuum of being you, has ceased to exist in the physical world. Now, moments later, the electrochemical process may start up again, allowing consciousness to emerge out of the information stored in the brain. But I wonder, where are you in the meantime? No, it's too stupid. Must we not assume that at the point when consciousness is lost, the person dies? If a new consciousness appears or not in the same brain is entirely inconsequential to the dead consciousness. The new consciousness is simply a new person. Because it emerges from the same brain, it has access to all the memories and cognitive structures as a dead consciousness, so it thinks it is the same person, but in actuality, it is just an imposter, inheriting the body and brain from the previous, now dead inhabitants. Yes, like talking to a child.
What about the soul?
Soul. I knew he was stupid. There's no such thing as a soul. We are machines of biology, nothing more, nothing less. Idiot! The soul, simply a pointless concept dreamt up by priests and fairy tale men. You're an anomaly, you. An outlier. Useless. A laughing anus is what you are.
She called him a laughing anus. I like that. I'm gonna use that. Winter, you're a laughing anus.
What to make of you, I do not know. Are you here to help me?
You seem beyond help. What are you working on?
Gathering data. Nazi activity, behavioral patterns, ours, theirs, doing the math, developing predictions. Where are they allocating resources? Where will they strike next? And after that, what are the larger trends triggering their actions? Figure out what choices they will make before they make them.
You talk as if the future is inevitable, as if all our choices have already been made.
You think there is such a thing as free will? You know so little of the world. You want to be the captain of your fate, do you? This fight, you will lose. You cannot go to war against physics.
My actions are my own. I know that much.
All phenomena in the physical world follow the simple rule of cause and effect. Your brain is no exception to the rule. Know the causes, you can predict the effects. The same is true for everything.
So what's with the arsenal?
Preparing for the end. I know where my road leads, and I intend to take as many Nazis with me as I can muster.
You have any experience with firearms?
Will you teach me?
Which her other eye does open. Interesting. Alright, that was a rather interesting scene. She's a little oh, cool, more health. Give me that. She's a little eccentric. I don't mind it though. That's not too bad. What did you think of that character?
Next house.
Philomena. Reinhold. Something new? Oh, it's not. Milo. And oh, this one. Bellica limestone quarry attacked by terrorists. Berlin, November 9th, 1960. Following the horrific attack of an unknown terrorist cell on Bellica limestone quarry, the quarry commander Irene Engel was awarded a medal by our beloved Führer for her bravery in defending against the crazed attackers. The commander is currently recovering in the Reich Hospital in Berlin and wants to spend this time with her family, said a representative of Frau Engel. She's the lady we just disfigured. Why she lived? Probably would have been better to kill her. Degenerate killers captured. Berlin, October 16th, 1960. The pair of degenerate serial killers stalking Berlin has finally been captured, and Chief of Police at a press conference this morning. The degenerates were quickly diagnosed by a psychiatrist as having several mental deficiencies, causing violent and unpredictable behavior. A trial will commence, after which the pair will most likely be hanged for murder. Esteban. Hey, Tayo! Your dreams of having an Esteban have come to fruition. You. You're on. Oh, he's got the stars from Mario. I'm glad those exist in this world, the Lumas. Oh shit, look, this is a very sad man from Minecraft. Here's gonna move. Nazi cap on it. Mouse is talented. I thought maybe it might be here, like around here. But I'm not seeing any of the where a wedding ring would be. Guys are. Those. I like how this guy just has like a bomb hanging in his room. That's reassuring. Over there. Ah, I was right. She did leave it in the shitter. See that? I got Anne's ring and she left it in the shitter.
Fergus took that welder.
I don't think there's any point in doing the nightmare again, so I don't think we're going to. Oh, you can actually see pictures here from the original. I didn't notice that. Jake, if you go into the nightmare by clicking on this, it actually puts you back in the original Castle Wolfenstein from like fucking 1990. Except you're like updated model of your character walking around with like gun. Man, this game is really good. I'm happy with it. Alright, Anne.
Oh, my lord. You found it.
Hey, just give me a gold bonus. Still a record to be found, apparently. You know, I haven't gotten that many Enigma codes. I got all of them in the last chapter, though. Or in chapter 8. All of them in chapter 7, because there are none. I missed 4 and 6, 3 and 4, 1 and 3, and I'm not doing too bad with them. I've missed a lot, but at the same time, I've gotten a ton of them. Not doing too bad. Overall.
He was imprisoned at Eisenwald for 3 months, but he managed to escape.
Really?
Shh, it's him.
He's talking to me. I will fight all of you. Jake, were you imprisoned at Eisenwald for 3 months? But you managed to escape? I still think there's going to be a fight here because you have these generators. That'll work for your one gun.
You're looking at me for answers, are you? I have answers, you ape. Real answers of importance. Meaningful answers. None of which you would like. Most of which would make you want to lay down on your back and surrender. Most of which would put a pit in your stomach. Most of which would break your heart.
Oh, always a
You should find
charmer.
your answers elsewhere.
Always a charmer, that one. Where's our record? Well, looked around everywhere I can think of, but I didn't see a record anywhere, so we can miss stuff. It's fine. I'll just come back and get it all later.
What What do you want, Blazkowicz?
Looking for the welder. You seen it?
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right, you're right. I was meaning to sort out the railing over by the secret fountain entrance. Fucking thing fell out of my hand into the water. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but you want the welder, you go right on ahead and start swimming. The door to the secret fountain entrance is in the main room behind the table. Go over there and you should find the welder.
Can I climb up here? Looks like something that should be climbable.
You really are a kind-hearted woman. Doing your best to lighten the burden of those around you. I don't know how on God's green earth I could do this without breaking my sodden back if you didn't pitch in. I mean, look at you, eh? All sleeves rolled up, striding to work like... You won't rest until what needs doing is done, eh? Tell me, you never get trapped in your own insane mind now, do you? Marvelous. Bloody fucking marvelous. Perhaps you should take a wee break there, Templar. You know, you could get nasty, pus-filled blisters on the soles of your feet. Or develop the mother of all pains in your back that hurts so fucking much you want to stab your own eyeballs out with whatever utensils within arm's reach just for a wee moment's distraction. No, I'm doing fine, really. Fucking Christ almighty!
That looks incredibly inefficient, Fergus. Why? Do you need my help?
No, I'm fine.
Good. Did you ever stop to realize that the past, present, and future are the same equation for all people and all things? The calculations have already been made and they are not going to be changing, given all the variables and the proper methodology, obviously, of course. All future events are as predictable as a sunrise. Are you following this?
Aye. What will happen, eh? Is this what you're telling me?
I suppose, if naively described by a complete idiot. Well, I'm working the math, Mr. Fergus Reed. I know things about the future. You people are merely wandering the darkness, utterly ignorant as to whether the sun will rise tomorrow.
So tell me, Professor, are we going to win this fight?
Are you attempting to anger me? Can you even begin to comprehend the volume of data I would require to perform such a calculation? I could fill the whole of Berlin with variables on variables and still have nowhere near... Why am I even explaining this? It's just a waste of time. I can tell you that Captain William Joseph Blazkowicz has an impact on some larger threats.
Oh, really now? How did you manage to gather all the variables to reach that conclusion, Might it have something to do with his ability to execute missions never before dreamed of? Or perhaps it's his ability to remain calm under the most disturbing of circumstances. Or it could be his incredibly attuned sense of aggression. No, wait, I've got it. It could be the fact that he's the biggest goddamn Nazi killing machine ever to walk the planet Earth. Yeah? I could have performed that calculation with my arse.
There you go again, provoking me for no reason.
This exchange is great. I love
By the way,
it.
you should stack the crate's short end facing the door if you care about space optimization. He doesn't. Nobody ever cares about important things.
Ah, the dialogue. It's great. Also, Fergus Reed looks like Gregory Hess. Just saying.
If we're going to steal a Nazi U-boat, I need Zed to repair that thing on the table. Help him with his work, will you?
What are you doing?
Sorry, pal. Don't mean to, derail your train of thought, but I need to get through that door.
Please. What I think about, I'd rather not think about.
That bad, huh?
Jay would think that when Jay seen what I have, your mind would break like an egg. How come it has not? Or maybe it has begun already and I just don't know it.
World changing. No matter who you are or what you're made of. Thing is, you and me, we just gotta ride the whirlwind. Make it through to the other side.
And kill
Hey,
all
Astral.
the Nazis.
And kill all the Nazis.
I would drink with you in celebration, Veneer, that time comes.
Your arm.
Oh, that's quite the door. Alright. Gotta keep an eye out for a record. Astro, how you doing? What do you think of this so far? Are you enjoying it? I'm really enjoying this. Good ASMR. Does this classify as ASMR?
Meine Frau und ich sind im letzten Sommer über die Breitverfolge in die USA gefahren. Von Spanien nach Afrika. Es war fantastisch, das sage ich dir.
Ist es dort nicht gefährlich? Ich meine, wegen des Krieges.
Die Front ist weiter im Süden. Afrika ist ziemlich groß, weißt du?
Mein Mann wollte immer schon mal auf Großweltjagd gehen. Ich würde so gern einen Elefanten sehen.
Tja, wo ich war, gab es keine Elefanten. Aber es muss bestimmt noch welche geben.
Elephant. Ashel, what are your thoughts on elephants? Good thing they make my electro gun waterproof. Damn. Can't reach that from here. Kind of funny I was able to reach that though. Into the water we go. What if I could just shoot it? Can I just shoot it? Yeah, I just shot it. Alright, well. Oops. I should have taken a running jump. Which I did not. You fucking love elephants? Olifants? How do you feel about the elephants in Lord of the Rings? Quite some extra distance there.
Ja, aber mein Onkel sagt, der schlimme Kopf von Terroristen. Er besitzt irgendeine Krankheit, mit der sie jeden in Berlin infizieren wollen. Warum sollten sie so etwas tun? Hier ist es doch so friedlich. Warum lassen sie uns nicht einfach in Ruhe?
Beruhige dich, Ingrid, mach dir keine Sorgen. Wenn wir wirklich in Gefahr wären, würde es unser großer Führer sagen. Außerdem ist Hans doch in der südwestlichen Mandschurei stationiert. Da meinte doch die letzte Terroristenzelle vor über einem Jahr vollständig ausgelöscht wurde. Ach ja, weißt du schon? Es soll doch richtig schön sein. Sie haben begonnen, eine neue, wunderschöne Stadt aus den Trümmern von Peking aufzubauen. Ja, gesagt, wir sollten in ein paar Jahren doch hinziehen, wenn alles fertig ist. Da wirken gute Geschäfte.
Ach, dein Bruder redet viel, wenn der Tag lang ist. Und nur die Hälfte ist wahr.
Alright. Now let me go back down there, because there was something on the map, and I want to make sure I get it. Oops. maybe that was what was on the map. Alright. I didn't, So, there was an exclamation point on the map, but I guess I already got it. Okay. This is this chain here. That's the one we just broke. This. Another upgrade for this? That work. Laser craftwork has been updated with a strobe attachment. When firing the weapon, this attachment produces a blinding flash of light which temporarily disarms any target facing. Oh, okay. That's good. I like that.
Und jetzt ist auch im Land Nautica eine Bombe explodiert. Vor einer Woche war alles noch ruhig. Was ist nur los? Warum tun unsere Führer nichts gegen diese Terroristen? In letzter Zeit sind verdammt viele Soldaten in den Straßen unterwegs, nicht wahr? Ja, man sollte annehmen, dass sie die nötigen Kräfte haben, dieses Ungeziefer auszurotten. Sie verstecken sich bestimmt irgendwo in den Bergen, vielleicht in den Alpen. Man hört ja so manches aus der Schweiz. Ja, vielleicht.
100 armor sitting there. Gotta figure out how to get the indirect kills with some weapons. This is gonna be a boss fight room, isn't it? This looks like a boss fight room. Okay. Alright. Here goes. Ow! Oh, there's a boss room. What were you guys doing just hanging out in here? Super weird. Oh shit, hang on.